Yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it. Doing it like a preacher man. Doing it on a one-night stand. Doing it like old grandpa. Doing it like a fly on the wall. Everybody doing it, doing it, doing it. Everybody doing the day. Everybody doing it, doing it, doing it. Everybody doing the day. They're doing it like the FBI. They're doing it act like Superfly. Doing it for a second chance. Doing it for a song and dance. Doing it like a big fat lie. They're doing it on a phony smile. They're doing it in an automobile. They're doing it on four flat wheels. Everybody doing it, doing it, doing it. Everybody doing it day. Everybody doing it, doing it, doing it. Everybody doing it.
All right, I'm going in now. Boy, it feels good. I said it feels good. Hey, good to see you guys. Hello, everybody. Oh, yeah. Wow. I want to do a little bit of a song that I've been working on for years, and I finally sort of got it done. So I want to do a couple of little things, and Tuck's gonna sort of play with me, or we'll do that. Are you kids okay? Huh? I'll tell you, there's so much stuff going on in this world. Well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and she's gone. Took that train, broke my heart. I'll have to start over again. She came from backwoods country. No lipstick did she own. As pure and sweet in face and mind as any fantasy. That's my song for my wife Sandra, who's been taking care of me forever since I got out of the sort of the hospital. Hey, we got a great show tonight. Doggone, it's so good of you to put us in your presence. That's what we're trying to do here. Put out the comfort, the joy. You don't know what it was like when the real TV was here. Well, you might be too old. It's kind of like the type of television we do. Just throw it out there and it sticks and sticks. And if it stones, it don't matter. It's just a real good thing. Oh yeah, it ain't a whole lot of money traveling around with it. There ain't much, but I'll tell you, we have such a desire to put out our little splendid good luck trail of pretty sparkling things. You take and you throw them up in the air and they come on down and hit the ground. I want to sort of think about what it's like first meeting Patti and Tuck, and they'll perform for us. We'll talk a little bit about what we knew about each other way back when. Memories of Pat in the late 60s living in a not so remote area in a cabin on Skyline Boulevard in Woodside. And talk about Ken Hill, the firewood guy whose jacket was tweed. He got this big old beautiful tweed thing and dirty, nasty old clothes on. He was something else, this cat. Living right there off of Skyline Boulevard above Woodside. It's really a time frame, you know, you can kind of go back to. you're not going to reproduce it as it was exactly. But it's always good to go back there, huh? Yeah, you can't pull a truck back there, but you can just sort of think about it and think about the things that were going on back then. Patti was in a group called 33. 33, yeah. And then one day, a huge worldwide hit took over the world. It was called Tears of Joy on a Windham Hill label. Oh, jeez. And it took over the world. Every place, all around. Yeah, in fact, they just played it a few days ago at the Filoli Gardens there in Woodside. And then they're going down to the Woodlands in Texas for the Big Barn Do-Si-Do. These cats got it going. They got their own record label now. All countries of the world. They can put out a release here, a release there. I mean, it's really, really, really beautiful. And they've been doing so smart sort of things in what they're doing. It's totally out of my class entirely. But I've got my own class. I'm in my own sort of thing, and they're in theirs, and it's wonderful. It's a big time thing. They've been recording lately. We'll try to talk a little bit about that. We'll try to talk about some of the last 12 CDs that they put out there, and they're just trying to live the life that everybody wants, that everybody needs. You know, you got to get through this world. You might as well do it in the best way you know how. By the way, all you people up there in where they had this big fire, God help you. Or whoever you think is your big whatever, help you try to get through the stuff that makes it real difficult for you. We were evacuated 9 days up there. My God, it was weird. Mendocino College. Yeah. Oh boy. It was like, I don't know. It's a lot of different things. It was almost like the asylum taking over the place. It was a little unusual, a little different. My wife was there, I was there, our son Miles was there, and we had some good times. And bottom line, I don't care what you say about anybody. When it was down on the line and things were tough, they got together and made it happen. They gave people food, gave them a place to sleep. I mean, that's good enough. This was a huge devastation in the area. If you know the area up there, all these hills, they're toast. Toast. You ever seen that? Have you ever been around that? You probably have, some of you. It was a rough one for me. I had this sort of issues with myself, but I had my family, and it kind of helped me out. So tonight we're going to have ourselves a real good time talking about the old days, the days right now, and days in the future. I don't know what else to do, because that's sort of what you do in your everyday life, right? I think that's what I've always done. I can't sit around and wait for things to happen. I've got to get out and make them happen. Just can't sit on my good intentions. Can't let it go to that. So right now, please, will you join me in welcoming, we haven't seen them in so long, I'm so pleased and proud that they're here. Please welcome Tuck and Patti with us.
waste of time like a wildflower. You can cut her down, but she'll grow back again. Since she went away, I've been praying for every day. If you could see her smile, you'd understand exactly what I'm talking about. She lives a life like a wildflower, and I can hardly wait until I see her face again. Hey, hey. She don't like walls. She needs wide spaces. Earth, sea, and sky is the only home she demands. A big leaf tree is her umbrella. River by the ocean is where she takes her bath. Don't wanna let her go, because I love her and don't ask her to stay. You know she promised me she'd be coming around to see me one of these old days. Ooh, come on and see me now. Hey, hey. And since she went away, I've been pining for every day. If you could see her smile, you'd understand exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, you know just what I mean. She needs the clouds in the sea, she needs the rain in the sand. You take one look at that woman, I know that you'll understand. Well, she's a natural beauty, you can't pin her down. She's got a trick up her sleeve, she needs to move around. She'll be out walking for days, she'll take you by your hand. Say she's a mystical miracle, yes she is. Hey, she's a mystical miracle. You know that mighty woman, say a mystical miracle. Ooh, child, yeah. Say she's a mystical miracle. You know that I can hardly wait. I can hardly wait until I see her face again. Oh, I can hardly wait. I can hardly wait now. I can hardly wait until I see her face again. She lives a life like a wildflower,
I see her face again. Thank you. Great, thank you. Great, thank you. That was called Wildflower, that tune. I wrote that I was actually thinking about the Skyline days and all the wild women I knew who are all wildflowers at heart. And this next song is a J.B. Lenore song. It's called the Voodoo Music. The voodoo music got the whole world on the go. The voodoo music's all over the world. I love what it's doing to the beautiful girls. It's got them jumping and acting real crazy. The voodoo music gonna knock you crazy. Voodoo. The voodoo. The voodoo music got the whole world on the go. The voodoo music have infected them boys, got them jumping real crazy and they laugh with joy. It makes them feel like they own the world. It makes them think they's controlling them girls. The voodoo. The voodoo. Hey, hey. The voodoo music got the whole world on and go. I see them moving to it round and round. Everybody's moving round and round and round and round. Say, hey. The voodoo music will get to you, make you pat your feet and make you happy too. You clap your hands and you will jump and bout. The voodoo music gonna knock you out. The voodoo. The voodoo. The voodoo music got the whole world on and go. I see 'em moving to it round and round. Everybody's moving to it. The voodoo round and round. Say, the voodoo, hey, 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 the voodoo. Hey, 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 the voodoo music got the whole world on and go. I see 'em moving to it round and round. The voodoo music got the whole world on and go. Boom, 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 the voodoo. Thank you. Nice, T. Thank you. We have time for another one? All right. Let's give you guys a little ballad then. Places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better, some are gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living in my life. I love them all. But of all these friends and something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them in my life. I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them in my life. I love you more. In my life, I love you
Beautiful. Tuck and Patti. Oh, nice, nice. We've got this is like history right here. This is the one that sort of took over the country here, Tuck and Patti. Yeah, wow. Tears of Joy. And you know, way back when, in the 80s, they actually wrote, I think, 3 of the songs on this. But what a wonderful piece this was, and God, it just rocketed these kids throughout the whole thing. Oh, hey, quickly, I wanted to look. This is the one they gave us there. You see that? I don't know if you can. Yeah. Can you see that? Can you read it? Yeah, it said Red Cross evacuees. This is sort of our deportee deal at the Red Cross thing, and boy, that was a situation. But like I said, give them credit. And this was a terrible devastation deal. I'll tell you. September the 13th, by the way, we're going to let the kids get hooked up, and they're signing autographs too right now. And then they're actually putting new shoes on Tuck because 3 people wanted to buy them. So September the 13th, it's a Thursday. They're going to be at the big Barn Do-Si-Do, which I mentioned earlier. That's in Texas, yeah. And also on the 14th, it's the Sanctuary Music and Events. That's at McKinney, Texas, in the United States. So they're going all over the world, you know. At one point, they were doing nearly 170 gigs a year. They're here with us tonight because they're just really cool cats. Why don't you stick with us and we'll do a little bit of talking. Patti and Tuck are sitting right next to me. Thank you so much for being here this evening. You look wonderful. You look wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. You look just great. Just great. Oh, God, you guys you're just pulling out of me all these memories, number one. And then all the things that we have not shared because we've been sort of active on both ends. I'll tell you. Now, you had gone to Stanford, but you were an East Coast kid, and then you did that, and then you came out to California, Tuck.
Yeah, actually from Tulsa.
Oklahoma?
In Oklahoma.
Santa, did you hear that?
Yeah.
He's Oklahoma.
I'm a Tulsa boy, but I came out to go to Stanford, and of course that in 1970 for a young musician, that was a one-way trip.
I'll tell you, huh? God, and a lot of kids were coming from other, parts of the country out too. Great old California. God, I'll tell you. And you kids, you've been married 37 years, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And you've been performing how long?
Well, and on the 31st day of this month, August, will be 40 years.
Jeez, that's a pretty big deal. Wow, 40 years.
Yeah.
And I
Flew
think,
by.
oh, isn't that so?
Yeah.
And you think it's 40 and you think it's 7 or something. That's where in our marriage is 47, and it's just God, when you stop and take a moment to think of each time frame in our lives, that's kind of amazing. What you have done or what we've done, and
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened so quickly, but that's the important thing. What in the world made you kids get on this path that you're on? Are you on a music? You're traveling all over the country. What was it? Was it Tears of Joy that started you off?
Well, we had been together for 10 years before we made a record. We met in '78.
Gosh,
And so we played and just wanted to get better at it. And
but I saw you at the Varsity
yeah,
Theater.
yeah,
one
that was
time.
one of our first gigs.
Yeah. Huh?
And we played. We wanted to get good at it. We decided we were going to be a duo instead of the band. We both came from bands. So before that, we played in hundreds of bands over the years. And
Yes.
so it was when we started to do this, we just fell in love with it.
And you fell so much in love with it that you didn't want to be turned away, and so people that were on the sidelines saying, you should be a band, you should be this, you held true to yourselves.
Yeah, we knew what we loved and what we wanted to do.
That's pretty darn good. Tuck, this is not true, but a friend of mine, Randy McGowan, he thought you were in a class at CSM or San Bruno College or something, taking some guitar class, but that's not, you didn't do that.
No, I didn't do that. Maybe in an alternate reality, but not in the one that
I understand.
I've been in most of the time. Yeah, no, that didn't actually specifically happen.
Those times when I go up to your house and you're living in that cabin up there in Woodside off of the Skyline Boulevard.
Right.
Wasn't it a beautiful area?
It was lovely. It
We
was a beautiful
thought
time.
It was really a grand time, I thought too, and it was one of those far out, great everything, and I thought it was a great time frame for the humans of firstly America and then all other countries that got sort of awake and aware. But that time frame to me, it turned out to be a little bit, I don't know, too much too soon for the humans, the peoples. And it sort of went backwards or something. I don't know how you kids felt about it, but I was very busy and I was active. I was writing things. I was cutting firewood too, and selling it for $17 a cord. You know what it is now? It's like $400 a damn cord. Oh my God! And those were the times. And then you went down. Patti, to a place called the Seaplane. You see the seaplanes out
It was
front.
at the heliport,
That's right.
Sausalito.
Yeah,
We had a
Sausalito.
rehearsal place there in that warehouse.
With 33,
Yeah,
and that was
33.
Dane
Dane
Cornell or whatever.
Tom Richards.
Tom,
and
yeah.
Matthew Kelly had joined the band at that point.
Yeah, and Matthew was with another band. He was
Yeah,
kinda
he was playing all
popular.
over with Champion Jack Dupree and all these different blues
yeah.
groups, and it was right at that point where it sort of went different directions, and Dane stopped doing it, and another drummer came in, and
That was I always
really-
thought that was a kind of whatever it was. I didn't know.
yeah, it was
really
really
know the
interesting
guy and stuff.
time for me because
Of
they
course,
pushed it
and
to 33
you weren't
became
playing
like
all this music that
Yeah.
they were playing
Yeah.
necessarily,
Right.
but you could play it, and you
yeah,
did.
we had a great time,
Yeah.
and we started writing songs in 33, and
Writing,
then we
oh, yeah.
started 33. Then became after all these new people came in, we became T-Bone Walker's backup band. And so we'd go out first and back him. We'd go out and open the show, and then we'd be the backup band. So that was a wonderful time.
And this time, what were you doing at that time?
You still,
I was
just
in
coming out.
Oklahoma playing in bands, getting ready to work my way out toward California.
I get it, man. I do get it, and it's one of these sort of things. It happens, and you think, wow, I don't know, how did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
You're an Oklahoma kid, and you go to Stanford.
Right.
what were you? Why did you go there? What did you major in?
Well, I thought it would be something like math or science or something like that, but everybody else knew that I was going to be a musician, and eventually I lost interest in everything else and just I studied
So
music.
everybody else knew what kind of you were going to do.
Yeah, I was the last person to figure it out, really. It
Yeah.
wasn't until Patty and I were playing together that I actually realized, oh, this. I'm not just doing this until something, until I get an idea for what I'm really going to do. This is it. This is the real thing. So
That's beautiful.
yeah, I really didn't find the direction until Patty and I got together.
That's sort of with me as well. Not necessarily in the music thing, but just I didn't want to sit still. I wanted to be something, make something happen in this world, and not. And I wanted to be positive.
Yeah.
I didn't want a lot of negative crap going around. That was very important to me. God. Then of course your mom. Did your mom or dad play music?
Well,
Or dad,
my
he was
father was
Yeah.
a beautiful singer. Yeah, very
gosh.
beautiful singer. And of course, we went to church, and so I started singing in junior, the little kids choir and choirs and stuff like that. While at school,
Yes,
I was playing violin and being in the
Wow.
camerata and being in plays and doing all that. So we had that double foundation, as well as the fact that they were music lovers. So they had all these LPs and records, and my mother would
All
take
these
us
things
to
you could
lots of
listen to,
concerts,
and-
and
oh,
yeah, it was
gosh.
wonderful. So we grew up with music.
But you didn't grow up in San Tomato.
Yes, I did.
Did.
I was born in San Francisco, but we moved to San Mateo when we were 3, and so I grew up there. Went to San Mateo High School. Grew
I
up
thought
in
it was
the
a
Bay
great
Area.
school.
Yeah.
In town.
Yeah, we went to
I
went
was
to
way ahead of a lot
Turnbull.
of the
We went to all
older,
those.
older
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah,
I thought they were on the ball.
yeah.
They were trying to be on the ball. And you had all these sort of problems with people in politics, but yeah, that was a groovy spot. We lived there for a while. We had a couple of antique shops. We did that, and we lived right on Tilton and
Yeah.
then B Street,
Yeah.
right next to Jack something or other. And oh, what a nice guy he was. And we'd work there, and everybody took us like your
It's a
best
great
friends.
neighborhood.
God, really, really cool.
We're going to Patty's elementary school
Yeah, we're having
class
our
reunion
elementary
tomorrow.
school reunion, 'cause
Tomorrow
Get
morning.
out of
we
here.
had the high school reunion, and then all of us realized that we recognized each other. That went to kindergarten together, so we started having these little luncheons every little once in a while. So I'm going to go tomorrow. It was really interesting at the high school reunion because I hadn't been to a lot.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
some people you don't recognize, but all of us who started in kindergarten together,
Yeah.
we remembered each other
Isn't that-
immediately.
That's really amazing to
Yeah.
me. I've only done the high school reunion, and not too much to that. It's almost like seeing people that were almost dead in their tracks when you saw them before, but maybe a little more gray hair or something. It's like nobody's home, but there they are. That's not very nice to say. Yeah, well, that's fantastic. By the way, and thank you for doing it. My daughter Rachel is here, and she saw you kids performing in Santa Cruz. Yeah, and she was just so pleased and your guitar playing, your singing. Oh God, that was sweet. So thank you for giving her a blast. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, what else? Oh. Yeah, we was just. I told you we had this terrible fire in Sanford, and
Yeah,
up where we live there. And
it's devastating.
what a weird thing. Have you guys ever been into that? You know what I mean? Did your house ever burn down?
No,
You
haven't
know what I
been
mean?
through that.
I've
you
had
guys
that
have
experience,
been
yeah.
at-
Yeah.
I wasn't there when it burned, though. I just saw the aftermath.
Jeez, what a bear.
Really, yeah.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying, yeah. Of course, if you're actually there present dealing with it, then it's far more
It's a
terrifying than
weird
what I went
thing.
through.
Because I had this sort of stroke and it just my head was just, I don't know, it was totally weirded out for 9 or 10 days. And gosh, and Sandy was right there with me,
Yeah.
helping me through. But they had some of this terrible food there, terrible foods that you'd get out of McDonald's or this and that, and then there'd just to be versions of McDonald's in some way. But they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Thousands of people, they need a place to stay. And you have a certain amount of, you're not really pleased with what they're doing, but you are. They're
Yes.
saving people. God. Hey, tell me about that. You got the release, or sorry, about the record. Ed, are you back there? Somebody tell Ed to get his head off of the board when somebody's trying to, I guess, is kind of trying to brush his the earlobe. Oh, look. God, that's great, Ed. What are we looking at here? You've got how many? That's 3, 6,
There's
9,
12 of them.
12.
One's a double CD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, now you're gonna have to help me with some of the names of these because I just can't.
Well,
I can't see it.
the Tears of Joy was the first one.
Yeah,
and then
there
the
you
one
go.
to the right of that was Love Warriors.
Well, they're in order, aren't they?
And
Cute.
Tuck did a solo one called
Reckless Precision.
Reckless Precision.
Ah.
And then after that was one called Dream. And then after that he did another solo, hymns, carols, and songs about snow.
Wow.
Then after that it was Learning How to Fly.
Jeez.
And then Adventures in Paradise.
And most of these
Yeah,
releases.
Taking the Long Way Home. Well, Taking the Long Way Home and the one after that, Chocolate Moment, are all originals. But with each successive CD, we had more and more originals.
God, that's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. And you do them sort of not just one right after another.
Well, we've been really a long
take
time in between.
And, right, I
Yeah.
think that's really
Well,
important.
we were on a road, so we're overdue. Our last record was a long time ago. We're
But,
way overdue, but we have one coming out before the year's out.
That's
so.
what I'm understanding. Is it
Yeah.
for you, or are you working with other folks?
Well, we're producers, so we have a lot of artists whose records are getting ready to drop, which is great. But we are doing a Tuck and Patti record, which is a children's record.
Oh,
We're excited about that.
I think you'd have to help me a little more. I don't know what it means.
Well, it's a record
Little
for kids,
child?
except for
Huh.
the Itsy Bitsy Spider and stuff like that. Instead, we're doing like The Cure and all these different
Devo.
Devo and
Get out, yeah.
and
that's-
Yeah.
Lime and a Coconut and just all kinds of different kinds of tunes. So it's really fun. It was the idea of our niece Annie, who is Tuck's sister's youngest daughter. We took her on the road with us when she was little, and now she's a famous
She's a
rock star.
What's her name again?
She won a Grammy. St. Vincent. She goes by
Saint Vincent. Ray, do you know Saint Vincent?
So she's
That's there. Yeah. Well, then maybe I could do one for the child's one. Mary had a little lamb. The lamb had halitosis. Yeah. And everywhere that Mary went, the people held their noses.
It's a hit. It's a hit, Bruce.
Yeah.
Another hit for Bruce.
Oh God, yes. I'm loaded with hits. God, you guys are great, man. I'm so pleased that you're just kind of sharing for a moment or two out of your hectic life and out of ours, and out of this particular time frame where there's a lot of stuff coming down the chute, all at once for all of our people, and even in this what they call the presidential stuff and all a bunch of. We drove down here today, and it was like nobody was on the road.
right.
It was very quiet as we were coming down, and I don't know, does it mean anything? I don't know, but it's just very, I don't know, maybe another shoe is going to drop or something. I don't know, in that field, and
Yeah, it's time for us all to get still and be prepared for the next
I think
step.
so.
Yeah.
I think it's important, and just you're saying that or me saying it. That's all it takes, and then boom, somebody can hear and feel what it is you're saying. That may mean something. It may mean I'll do it, or change a feeling in a good way, and that's all we're trying to do here in America is live our good lives and that sort of thing. Anyway, once again, thanks so much for coming. We thank you for playing together for 40 years. It's so beautiful. Put your hands together for Tuck and Patti.
Enjoy.
So nice. So glad to have you here. You're a wonderful girl. You're so sweet girl. Thank you, girl. And then a little bit later, you come back and play a tune or two.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's excellent. We'll let them go on their way. And is my hair kind of, is it brown orange or what is that? I don't know. Well, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah. These times are amazing, and I hope that some people know exactly what's going on with everything that's happening around you. And you know what we're trying to do here. I'm an old-timey guy. I like the early days of television. It was all live. It was all like happening, and it never got dragged down into the mud when the dollar issue came for a long time after that. And then, of course, it did come, and a lot of the stuff that's on the tube now is a lot of trash stuff. But it's anybody. You're here to find out, and you're here to know or not to know, and who you listen to, and all that. But we're just trying to put out what we call a little truth and a little happiness, and put it out there. You want it, you don't want it. You know what I mean? Yeah. By the way, what was that one? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Well, gosh, that was good. We talked so quickly, but yet it was sort of a gentle talking, wasn't it? Tuck and Patti are on our stage again, and they're going to give us a little second helping, a little double dose of what they are and what they have been. Oh, God, can you believe it? How long as they've been together? And they're out and they're doing all these wonderful sort of things and put out good feelings to individuals. It's a large part of the scene for people that try to do that. They're on our stage right now, and I hope you folks will be able to put your hands together and thank them and say hello, welcome back, Tuck and Patti.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a shiny ring. And if that shiny ring don't shine, oh, you don't have to worry, child of mine. 'Cause Mama's got something that money can't buy. Your mama's gonna love you past the end of time. Past the end of time. Mama's gonna love you past the end of time. No matter how long it takes, no matter how far away they might take me, know in your soul as I whisper to you and kiss you goodbye that I will come back for you. I will come back for you. Oh, know this, that I will come back to you. Sometimes it amazes me how strong the power of love can be. Sometimes you just take my breath away. You watch my love grow like a child, sometimes gentle and sometimes wild. Oh, sometimes you just take my breath away. It's too good to slip by and too good to lose, too good to stand on a mountain top and tell the news that you take my breath away. Your beauty is there in all I see, and when I feel your eyes on me, oh yeah, oh don't you know you just take my breath away, oh say my life is yours, my heart will be singing for you eternally. Ooh, yes, don't you know you just take my breath away. Ooh, yes. Say it's too good to slip by and too good to lose, too good to be there, just to use. I'm gonna stand on a mountain top and tell the news that you take my breath away. Oh, 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 yes. Oh, sometimes it amazes me how strong the power of love can be. Oh, yes. Oh, don't you know you just take my breath away. Oh, say my life, oh, my life is yours and my heart will be singing for you eternally. Oh, yes. Oh, don't you know you just take my breath away. Oh, say it's too good to slip by. It's too good to lose. It's too good to be there, just to use. I'm gonna stay on a mountain top until the news that you take my breath away. Thank you. Great. We appreciate it so much. Bruce, thank you so much for having us. And we've known each other for a long time, and we love you very much. And we're just looking forward to that 100th show. It's an incredible thing that you're doing and that you've done. You're just awesome. So this song we're going to leave you with is called Thank You. To you, saying thank you, just saying thank you from the heart, saying thank you, just saying thank you to you, saying thank you, just saying thank you from the heart, saying thank you, just saying thank you. My father, my sister, my mother, my brother, I gotta tell you now how I thank you means so much. Every little thing you do, sometimes gotta stop and just say thank you to you, to the lovers of the past, even though it didn't last. To my friends come and go, you taught me things I didn't know. I do you, saying thank you, just saying thank you from the heart, saying thank you, just saying thank you to you, saying thank you, just saying thank you from the heart, saying thank you, just saying thank you. My father, my sister, my mother, my brother, I gotta tell you now how I thank you. If there's anybody out there that you really love, you better tell them right away. Don't hold back, don't you wait till another day, 'cause when they're gone, you don't get another chance to say it. You gotta look them in the eye and tell them thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. To my friends till the end, and all my neighbors who stopped in, I had to take a little time to, I had to make a little rhyme, to the people at the show, who never ever really know how much thrills us so, that you came to the show. My father, my sister, my mother, my brother, I gotta tell you now how I thank you to you, saying thank you, just saying thank you from the heart, saying thank you, just saying thank you to you, saying thank you, just saying thank you from my heart, saying thank you, just saying thank you. My father, my sister, my mother, my brother, I gotta tell you now how I thank you. Baba got that damn beat, beep beep go ba da beat wow. Hey baby oola do beat now. Hey wum dee oola do day way. Hey the rhythm say do beat. Hey do da do hey to do the hey tell the people you love how much you love them. Say don't wait now, don't wait. Say do 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 baby. You gotta say thank you, you gotta say thank you. Hey, you gotta say thank you, you gotta say thank you. Yeah. You gotta say thank you, you gotta say thank you. Say, you gotta say thank you, you gotta say thank you. Say, tell the people you love now. Don't you wait, hey, too late. Say, from your heart now, from your soul. Say thank you to you, to you. Saying thank you, just saying thank you from my heart. Saying thank you, just saying thank you to you. Saying thank you, just saying thank you from my heart. Saying thank you, just saying thank you. My father, my sister, my mother, my brother, I gotta tell you now how I thank you. My father, my sister, my mother, my brother, I gotta tell you now how I thank you.
Is that it? Oh, gosh, that was great talking. Patti, wow, huh? Pretty big time saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And all you people living uptown, way uptown out in the hills where all the fires done pulled through and left out there is stuff that didn't even look like poo. It was burned down to nothing. Do what you can and think, good thoughts that will come from this feeling, this show, and try to spread it around if you can. And push it around and then see what comes up or what comes down. You don't want to be stepped on by some real sort of fantasy issue that comes from some people's mouths about how bad it was. Stand up if you can. And if you can't, it's all right. It's okay. Just keep moving it on. That's all I know. It's all of what kept me going in my life so far. Yeah, great sort of feeling tonight. Don't you agree? Huh? You ain't gonna get this program on sort of regular television. This is about good feelings. And you won't even get any place where people don't say anything for a second or two or three or four or five. You hear what I'm saying? Our best to you and all your people and anybody else that you can touch and say, yes, we're gonna stand up and do something better with what we have. We're gonna make it stronger and bigger and whatever. Thank you to my daughter being here, Rachel, and Mo and Sandra, and Diana. Just real good stuff. Jeremy. We're going to go out with, oh yeah, this is nice too. I haven't heard this song in a while. I sing a little version of it, but off of Michael Foley's Eisenhower release. Yeah, it's called, I can't even read the damn thing. Well, I shouldn't say damn. I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter. Oh, remember that song? God, I heard that from the, I don't know who, Andrews Sisters or something. I don't know. And we'll go out with that coming, and then maybe the next show we'll do a little bit of Little Green Turtle. And Ed, when you can get your time in on the board that tests your ears. I know your ears are a little off lately. Do what you can, and then are we doing okay? Oh, good. Yes, I know we are. Because you know why? Because it feels good. That's why. I said it feels good. It feels just fine. Hey, you guys, once again, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for Tuck and Patti for coming to this place. And all you people who watch the show, you're going to really enjoy it as you see it. All right? All right.
I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock me off my feet. All the kisses on the bottom, I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say I hope you're feeling better, and we'll close with love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter.